What is up, numbnuts? Welcome back to the channel. Let's just do me a favor, all right? No one go spread hate. We are simply here for a talking point. I don't want you guys going and sending any rude comments or messages to anyone involved in the story. Let's just get that straight right from the rip. Here on this channel, we talk about the news. That's it, okay? We're not trying to strike up anything special, but in the Apex Legends scene, apparently in scrims and called out by TSM Raven, was some alleged racially tied comments, I would say derogatory comments made from one pro to another. And the community responding very fast on this one, as the comms that were leaked, well, it shows you some language that I would not recommend any pro player, especially to the public. You shouldn't be saying this in private, but you should also be smart enough to know not to say this in public.
Code. Isn't this the same code? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I didn't know they were using the same code.
Because Hill's not in here. Let's see if you go staging at LAN, you stupid Korean.
What the fuck? Hello?
Who said that?
Kashira? Bro.
Apparently, it was some fun players making fun of Kashira and his baldness. And yeah, I'm actually saying these words out loud. Making fun of him being bald, changing their name to fun bald or whatever it might be. And then apparently in scrims, Kashira fires back and has some other things to say. Stating, let's see if you go staging at LAN, you stupid Korean. And we don't know what the word is because so many words can be censored in Apex. We don't know if that's a slur or just a cuss word. And then he says something at the bottom there, 4 letters as well. Again, we just don't know if that's a cuss word or something beyond that. But the fact that he let it off by, making mention of you Korean, I'm just going to say this right now, and no matter what light that you have that phrase to kick things off, people are going to look at that as what could be racist remarks. All right, some people have different opinions on this, but when you bring a nationality / ethnicity, either one into things, whatever you say after it, and if it's censored out, it's not a good look. As simple as that. And Kashira, I think, realized this, although his first tweet about it is saying that, hey, this was not about race whatsoever, which is probably not the response that people wanted right off the rip. Typically, you probably just want the apology, but that's not the route he went. And then he goes to this guy that I don't know, comes yesterday to contest us in a landing that they are not going to land, and comes to the server with this name, that being Ace Baldman, so player for Ascend, but on Team Fun. Just to clarify from earlier, he keeps making fun of me and my appearance for 2 days. I insult him, not his race. We'll clear up a few things after scrims. Now I focus on my team later. We'll deal with this. Good to know I'm living rent-free in so many people's heads. Again, maybe not your best response because people were looking at this as racist remarks, and then you just go, no, I wasn't. He made fun of me for being bald. So like I'd said this thing that people could really take as very insulting. But I'm living rent-free, quickly backtracks from that and posts an actual apology, which is, again, the right call to make. He later says, I never support racism or bigotry. I know I'm not these things and never had any intention of targeting a specific racial group or nationality. I only intended to respond to Obley directly in response to feeling disrespected by him in the last few days. It was a very poor use of wording. There are obvious cultural differences which I didn't take into account and caused more offense than I ever intended with an insult that was only targeted to one player. I apologize directly to Obley and to anyone that felt offended by the wording that I used. If he or anyone took particular offense to this beyond the normal back and forth of the scene, I apologize because my intent was very far away from it. I'm always working to be better, and now I will focus on our team and the upcoming tournament. And yeah, I think I try and understand where he's coming from. Certainly cultural differences or some sort of difference of how you thought that would be portrayed and how it was actually portrayed by a lot of people. There were plenty of people in the responses saying, oh, this was out of context. Oh, you took this the wrong way. He was made fun of for being bald. Hey, if he gets really offended by the bald comments, that does suck that Obley was actually saying those things. I would say, luckily for Kashira, Obley responded and accepted his apology, which is what all of us should care most about, so we can kind of go on our ways after this. As Obley said, in this game, we sometimes spout random words, and that's not true. The beginning was my trolling, but you don't have to be criticized unnecessarily for racial issues. Love and peace. And there you have it. 2 pros and a bit of a scuffle and a beef back and forth. And if they ever meet on LAN, hey, this makes it all the more fun. Don't go sending out, going to crucify people or be rude about this. I'm glad it got kind of swept up right away. He backtracked and actually apologized. But if you're a pro player out there, you need to be more careful and not be this. I just think a little bit. Think before you goddamn text these things in a scrim chat where everyone can see it. Makes no sense. Don't say even private either, but literally in front of all these players, you said it. Luckily, apologize. Luckily, apology accepted. We'll see you guys back in the next one. Okay? Bye.